Any worthwhile journey should be like a great book that you can't put down.
Oh my God!
Our homeowners give us one part of the story.
I love the color!
Hit it. And the houses give us the other. Oh, I'm nervous about this. There's so much opportunity, so many unloved houses.
Did you make this?
Yeah, I made this. When we started trying to revitalize Laurel, we wanted our kids to grow up in a place that they love, and now we're doing it.
We have plenty of work left to do.
Yeah. So we got some problems.
Yeah.
Should we have them come to the house?
No, I think it's easier if we call them and walk them through. I think bringing them here and breaking their heart would be harder. I have to ask, why peppers and hot sauce?
We're just passionate about growing things, so we made a batch of hot sauce and gave it out to our friends, and people were like, this is amazing.
Tally and Mike Scully have started this cottage industry of growing peppers and tomatoes and making these salsas and hot sauces that people are crazy about.
Their business is hot right now.
Look at the roots already on those.
Ooh-wee.
We're looking to expand, and
We don't want to just grow even peppers and tomatoes. We want to grow all the ingredients.
They want to have a farm that's in the city limits. They're also going to have a greenhouse wherever they land. And they need a kitchen that works for entertaining, but is also for making these salsas and hot sauces. So this is unusual.
Well, that looks like a good place.
what can you do?
We are currently living in my dad's old office. He has a drugstore right behind.
They moved home from Florida pretty recently to be closer to family, so this office house was always just supposed to be a temporary solution.
It is a beautiful building, but we cannot fit another tchotchke in this house. It is, we have reached our max. Woo, she closed.
Their business is booming. They can't make enough, and no one wants to miss out on the opportunity to scale up. So I feel some urgency to get them into a house as soon as we can.
Their budget's $400,000.
We're not touching bedrooms and bathrooms.
They want to entertain and they want to make money. Well, let's talk about this house here. This is the Addison house.
I think it's great.
It is beautiful.
And it just went on the market, and it will probably only last 2 seconds.
That's the truth.
Because it's so cute.
It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, and it's listed for $250,000.
As beautiful as it is, it's kind of fading away in this color
right.
It's
palette.
not very spicy.
It's not spicy enough,
I
like
agree
I
with
think
that.
it could.
Oh my gosh.
I love this color combination.
I feel like if we darken things up
Yeah.
and then add more color, like this red pepper color,
Of course.
the windows.
Cayenne
Yes.
trim.
Let's
yeah,
go.
Cayenne, there you go.
That is fantastic, Aaron.
So out here, landscaping, new door, paint, you know, repairing any rot, $25,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tenable.
Well, that's Aaron's.
Yep, untenable is one of my favorite words.
All right.
Beautiful floors. The grains in this heart pine are so tight. This room full of sunlight. It
Oh, I
just
love it.
feels so good.
Yes.
It could be dining room.
How do you feel about color?
I'm not a fan of the color myself.
We really like kind of natural greens and things that remind you of the outside. So
Okay.
brown is not really offensive to me, but I do like a turkier color generally.
All right, so in here, paint, light fixtures, $5,000. Now,
Okay.
let's go spend a lot of money.
Yeah. All right.
On kitchen number 1,
Kitchen. Wait. What?
The problem with this current kitchen is everything.
it's just very narrow.
It just doesn't work.
We want to make that existing kitchen the scullery. It's
Have
the
you ever
word.
heard this term?
No.
Okay, so this is going like way back.
Way back.
Like, this is a kitchen that's for like
It's just for work.
just for work.
So this would be your like social kitchen.
Okay.
It's got these beautiful French doors to nowhere. I think it would be smart to repurpose them as a separator between a social kitchen and a scullery. And in here, we could have counter height windows where those French doors were and build a run of custom cabinetry that's U-shaped around the room. And then we would build an island in the center of the room with your sink and bar stool seating. You would have a wet bar where the china cabinet is built in, and you would go through those French doors into the canning kitchen, the scullery. We would have to steal a little bit of the bedroom behind that kitchen and give you a true galley kitchen where you would have commercial grade appliances, stone countertops, solid surface backsplashes, and then the nook to the right that's a breakfast room now would become your cooling room where you can put your jars to cool after you have done the canning.
Yeah, 2 kitchens, you're running a lot of plumbing, moving things around. It ends up being $95,000.
Love the idea of having 2 kitchens.
That kitchen you can't entertain in. That's the
Yeah.
truth. It's just too small.
The backyard really is
It's so good.
the thing for
Oh
y'all.
my gosh. I
Wow.
like this terraced feel.
Yeah.
It's very Peru.
My family comes from Peru. My grandfather, he was a Pima cotton farmer, which is one of the finest cottons in the world. So farming's in my blood.
The fact that there's a concrete pad here that I think is right about the size you need for a greenhouse. There's room for some raised beds out here.
I could see that vision for sure.
Definitely.
Back here, $25,000. That brings all the renovations in at $150,000. Purchase price $250,000, $400,000.
Well, we have another really great house to show you. Euclid Park's right there. We could walk to the next house. Do you want to head that way?
Let's do
Sounds
it.
great.
A great park here. We're going to talk about this big beauty behind this tree. This is the Poitras house.
Lots of curb appeal to
Yeah.
this.
I mean, a brick
Definitely.
craftsman in Laurel. That's pretty strong. And this place is huge. All right, 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and it's listed for $285,000.
Big house.
And it includes the extra lot next door.
Wow.
And I'm seeing that that is a flat lot also, and in
Oh,
full
yeah.
sun.
And I know you need to get those garden beds going as soon as possible.
But there are some problems. There's some rot that needs to be
A
repaired.
few
and-
spots we need to patch in the front porch.
Yeah.
And we want to give it a whole new personality.
So good.
Just
oh
a
my
little bit.
gosh. Yes. Paint changes the whole facade. It really does. I love the green. It softens it.
Tomatillo green.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So out here, $25,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go inside.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it.
Check it out.
Let's go.
So excited
I
to
want
see
to
it.
See what this 4,000 square feet feels like.
This house makes a great first impression.
Oak floor,
Oh my gosh.
big room.
This
Yeah,
is a
that's true.
hang room right here.
Definitely.
Floors are beautiful. You could refinish them. Once you get to the dining room, you'll see there's a lot of wear and tear in there. But if it doesn't bother you, then
Yeah.
don't change it.
I think they're fantastic.
Sunshiny breakfast room.
Yes.
And then the kitchen, which is
A nice size.
Usable.
It's
Definitely.
a good, normal kitchen. It's just that
It's-
y'all have special needs kitchen-wise.
Yes.
So in this house, rather than giving you a scullery and another kitchen, we want to give you one huge kitchen. And to do that, I think we can open up this wall between the kitchen and the breakfast room. You get a kitchen that's twice the size. We would do a tile floor, replace 2 of those windows to make them counter height, replace the 3rd window with wall space so you can have custom cabinetry built in all the way around the kitchen, stone countertops, solid surface backsplash. Keep the sink where it is here, your range and your hood vent on this wall, but then give you 2 islands so that you have one for everyday use and one for your canning purposes. And then that way, you don't need 2 kitchens, you just have one really big one that works overtime.
I
A
like
lot
this
bigger.
plan. I feel like this makes a lot of sense.
Okay, but there is one thing. Looking at this area, if you'll notice, see how the floor has separated from the baseboard here? So we're kind of worried about, what's going on with the foundation there. Come look from this side. It's really pretty out here.
Dang, he scared me.
Just
when he
kidding.
did that.
Oh my God, you got me.
You
Watch
got
your
this.
head. You can feel the floor bows right here, and
Yep.
that's where that separation is happening.
May not be anything, maybe something. And then, this out here sells itself.
Wow.
Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh.
This is a farm space.
Yeah.
You'd need a tractor out here.
This is a beautiful backyard. It's got to be over a half an acre. What we can do with our urban farming business is endless.
We were estimating spending about $20,000 back here. Listed for $285,000. All the renovations come in at $115,000. It's another project at $400,000.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on with the foundation,
Yeah.
Could be an added expense.
and it is a lot of house.
But the land.
But the land!
But the land.
Let's go see how much land there is.
Check
You
it
can
out.
walk
All
around
right,
here
let's
and
go.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna try this red velvet. Oh, that's a good red velvet.
Yeah,
We love a good farmer's market. I tend to go overboard.
a little bit.
I don't want to hurt their feelings. Okay,
And
this is my
he buys
biggest-
something from every single tent because it looks
we
so
may
good.
want to try it. We may want to try it. Save me a bag of chocolate chip.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
How's it going?
Mike and Tally have a tent. They're selling hot sauce and salsa. So we are coming to talk about houses.
But even still, sampling everything. What is this one?
That is a Peruvian lemon drop pepper, and it's citrusy. Yeah, that one's good. You can handle
That
it.
was a really big bite. You're sweating. Your face is sweating.
Yeah.
My eyes are sweating too.
So remember how we talked about a house?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I'm wondering which one you thought we went with.
So let's see, which house? So the Addison house had the great scullery.
2 kitchens.
Yeah.
Two Kitchens really did something for us, but we're under contract for the Poitras house.
The Poitras house.
Yeah, that is awesome.
We see a potential to grow and overrun it with peppers. We'll make
Exactly.
everybody cry.
Everybody's gonna be crying. Couple of things we want to check out before they close on the house.
Yeah, the foundation expert's going to check out that weird floor thing. Then we can get started.
I need something to
See
drink.
if there's a milk tent.
All right, Rick, you going in?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna hang back.
I don't blame you. All righty, let's find out what's going on.
And we knew that the foundation needed to be checked out. I've got Rick coming today to look at it to see, what our options are. Or does it need anything? What you seeing?
I'm seeing a bunch of bad supports down here.
Okay. So we got some problems.
Yeah, some significant problems.
That don't sound good. The brick and the mortar, that's the big problem. It's literally turning into sand and floating away.
It loses its load-bearing capabilities. It can't hold the weight.
The supports underneath are doing the same thing.
Same thing. Some of them worse than they are out here.
So then what about this side porch?
I don't believe it has a footer, and I think the best corrective measure for it is to tear it down and start over. This and the front porch.
Dang. That's bad.
It ain't good.
Oh, good. Y'all are both there.
Hey.
What's up? So we are at the house. Just went under the house, or I didn't go under the house. I just had Rick check out the foundation, and there's some pretty significant problems. All the piers need to be rebuilt. The exterior wall of the house needs to be repointed. Porches need to be torn off and rebuilt. He estimates no less than 30 grand, could be 50 grand, could be more. It's just how far do you want to go? How much do you love the house?
That house is pretty much at the top of our budget.
That's what we were worried about, is it feels a little bit out of reach once you add that massive unknown.
No crush.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh. You love the land, but I'm not loving that this house isn't super stable. You know, it sounds like we just need to run.
I'm so sorry, Tally.
It's been a long search. I feel very shaky right now.
You haven't closed yet. There's that blessing.
Well, what about the Addison house? Is that still an option for us?
I wish it was. It actually sold. Somebody else got it. There are other houses, though.
Yeah,
When life gives you tomatoes,
you make
salsa. So let's find a better place to make salsa.
I have no doubt you'll be able to find us another.
We're gonna look for another house.
There's got to be one out there. I'm just so sorry that both houses fell through.
It stinks. It's been a tough road, but it's the bottom, so there's nowhere to go but up. That's the bonus.
Third time's a charm. We're gonna give this another shot. This is the ACOC building. House. See, that's the thing, is that I cannot hear ACOC without thinking about the building in downtown.
So that's the history on it.
That's the history. That was Eloise and Jack Aycock.
Yeah.
They built this house in the 40s, then lived here for 50 years. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, almost 2,900 square feet.
That seems like a
That's
good
a
size.
great size.
It's a good size. It's
That
kind of in
is.
between the other
Yeah.
two.
It's kind of a
Right.
Goldilocks
Yep.
size.
Uh-huh.
God.
Just right.
It is.
It's listed for $285,000. And what is also just right is that there is an acre of land here.
Wow.
Oh.
That's what we really need.
From that tree line back there to the street.
So much land.
I absolutely love the huge front yard.
Yes.
Which is a little bit unconventional, but I do love it. I
I
love
can
that.
already see the garden right there.
Well, that's great because here's the thing. I mean, just
So good.
a light
Wow.
update. We're just talking about paint and trim, shutters.
Yeah, so out here, $10,000.
We don't see spending a lot of your budget on the exterior of the house.
Yes.
But spending more on the gardens, $45,000 to give you a greenhouse somewhere on the property,
Somewhere.
and the
Okay.
garden build out. The garden is what
I see
matters.
it. I'm excited.
Excited to
I'm
see the
dying
inside.
to go inside.
Now, I think this is one of the coolest houses in Laurel. I think it's really
Ooh,
unique.
It's got great flow. I feel like I can see every room from here.
Yeah.
You can, right? I wouldn't change anything
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh.
And then look how cool this room is.
Wow.
I love this view.
I love it.
That is
Beautiful. I love the brick.
It's a little mid-century, but not themey.
Yes.
Right.
You know?
Love having a wet bar.
Yeah.
This is a room for entertaining.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
What do you think about the darkness of the built-ins? We love built-ins, but do you feel they're a little dated?
Paint it.
Paint it. It's a cool house. I want to talk about
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
the step down over here. Let's step down here. We're in a breakfast room.
I like the green. I'm not mad.
And then here's the kitchen.
Okay.
It's pretty small.
Pretty small.
Yeah.
And we have an idea for that pass-through. This is obviously not up to snuff for what you need.
Yes.
Right.
I bet looking, it's kind of obvious what we have in mind. If we open up this wall and we annex that breakfast room for kitchen space, then we could build a whole new run of custom cabinetry all the way along that back wall, commercial grade appliances, blue cabinet doors, natural wood cabinet bases, so you can have a mid-century style that feels like the rest of the house. Stone countertops, solid surface backsplashes, and then we would keep the sink under this window, but add a second sink under this window just for work. As far as the pass-through window, we could wall it up from the living room side, but keep the relief in the kitchen side and build in shelving. And then we could have a huge 9-foot island in this kitchen.
Whoa.
And
Which
now
is
we're talking.
a ton of workspace.
9 feet of love, I'm thinking is perfect.
So we'd have a $60,000 basically on the interior, listed for $285. All the renovations come in at $115,000, all in $400,000.
I love this house.
And I love this house.
It's the Goldilocks house. It's just right. And I feel like it fits our personality. The land's fantastic. The size is right.
Yeah,
The house is in really good shape. It is.
it's awesome. If you think this is the one, you probably need to like jump on getting in touch with the realtor.
Right now.
I can't wait.
Okay.
This is, I look, I have chill bumps.
Oh, good. That's a good sign.
That's the truest sign.
So
Oh,
this is
I
the one for real. Mike called their realtor. The offer has been accepted. They're gonna close on this house like next week. So
We're doing this.
We did it! Someone does love us.
Thank you, Lord.
Our house that we live in, it's a postage stamp. There is no room to grow. It is entirely stifling.
they gotta expand, gotta have a bigger kitchen. So I feel like an urgency to get them in soon. Callie really loves this whole unit. The back is just sheetrock, so we're not gonna be able to. We
get 'em
can't
out.
repurpose. In theory, today should be pretty simple. It's just
One room.
2 rooms that we're turning into 1 room. We gotta get the buffet out of that breakfast room.
And one wall. Simple.
Wow. It's really in there. The glass doors came out just fine. And that was it. Like we
Everything else.
couldn't get the thing out. We couldn't get the countertop off. We couldn't get the shelves out. We just couldn't get anywhere with this thing.
It's in the sheetrock. Look at this. It's like the whole cabinet system is in the sheetrock.
So this was built and then they sheetrocked.
So we just need to hold on this until we get the wall down. Okay. And maybe we can get it all down at the same time.
A little more. Nope.
Yeah.
2 layers of sheetrock. Yeah! They don't build them like they used to.
These mid-century houses, they fight back.
I really want to get this
Let me
piece
see if I can wedge it.
out. Now do you see my frustration?
Oh, it's in there still.
Yeah.
It's behind that sheetrock. That's what Katie was trying to tell y'all. Katie told us no less than a dozen times that the shells were stuck behind the sheetrock.
I'm so glad that the man had to explain it.
I get it now.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
I'll be damned. It's behind the sheetrock.
Oh, my God. I quit.
Chris, it was really hard to take those shelves out because they had sheetrocked around them, holding
I
them
know,
in.
the sheetrock was holding it in. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah! Yeah!
So close. We all got an early start.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good. Sometimes landscaping is more than just landscaping, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Wait, is this like...
it's how you earn your living if you're the Scullys.
We got a plan right here for y'all to look at.
Yeah.
raised beds?
Yes.
Okay.
I told Hunter I want a garden just as pretty. It should feel kind of like a park, flowers for
Wall.
color, some decorative elements. Because this will be something people can visit. It's an urban garden. You can see it driving by. It's got to be beautiful.
It's a front yard garden.
But it's a working garden, too. How many times can you build this? I mean, 2 more times it looks like you can
2
build?
at least, yep.
So they can keep expanding. if they
Expanding
need
this
to.
way, and they could even expand back toward the house.
So what is the first step here?
So we're fixing to start here today, digging our foundation for a wall.
The first thing is they are going to prep to build the retaining wall. Because we are on a slope, they want to have a level. So they're going to dig a footer, they'll put gravel in it, and then they'll start stacking block. We are starting today.
You'll know where to find me. You can find me getting down in the trenches. Ain't a darn thing wrong when I'm cooking and I'm flipping.
So the pizza window has to go away.
Go around for your pizza.
That's right. You come around here, you're great. Hey, Aaron, I need your artiste mind. Can you look at this? No matter what, you want hot sauces cooling right here.
No matter what, I want to see some shelves in this hole.
So how do we hide this side? Hear this. What if we buy that faux brick plywood? I'm just kidding.
What do you think about this?
Okay, so what if I make a piece of art?
Like, try to paint something?
Why do you say it like that? My mama says I'm a great artist.
Oh.
No, what I was thinking is you got kind of a mid-century look over here. You got a wet bar here. I'm just imagining like taking a sheet of
Yes.
plywood and attaching slats of wood to create a pattern that is almost like an art piece that's huge. Just stand it up, attach it to the wall. You like it?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay.
Construction required to build this garden really does look a little like someone's building a swimming pool. It's just in reverse. We're building up instead of digging down.
This is going to take 4 forevers.
I love 1,000-piece puzzles.
So
Puzzles
fun.
are awesome. I really enjoy them.
We are building a greenhouse. Back here in the back, it'll have sunshine midday. It'll have sunshine most of the time during the winter. But right now, it's very shady and very cold.
It's 35 degrees right now, Chris. Why don't you have clothes on?
I have a jacket on.
Oh my gosh.
The vest.
I'm frozen. We did a fridge clean out last night, and I happen to know that the inside of my refrigerator is 38 degrees, and it's colder than that. So I'm like a bottle of mayonnaise standing out here.
That's a good-looking bottle of mayonnaise. All right, so what's next?
Starting to put up the walls.
Bolt goes that way, nut goes on the inside.
So is this the sink cabinet number one?
That's sink cabinet number one. How cool to have 2 sinks.
Boy, it just keeps on keeping on, don't it?
Yeah. They need a lot of counter space.
It looks like you're like sitting at a intersection waiting for a train and it just keeps on coming. So what are they bringing in next?
The island, huh?
Oh, yeah, another long one.
I see a garbage can pull out.
And a lot of storage and a lot of counter space, but the most exciting...
The warmer drawer in the middle.
A warming drawer.
First ever warming drawer, yeah.
Does that have something to do with the canning process?
Nope. It's because they like to party.
Because they like to party.
Yeah.
Do you put your drawers in there to warm them up?
You certainly could.
I would. Cold morning, toasty.
It's going to be much more mid-century. We're going to have a lot of like flat panels. The lines are just going to be very streamlined everywhere.
They're ready to make some hot sauce in here. Are you a hot sauce man?
No. Yeah.
I am not much of a hot sauce man.
We go mild.
I can make some hot chili. It'll make you sick, but...
That sounds delicious.
It sounds so good. You know what this is?
Let me guess the wood type.
Mmm.
It's acidic. It's
somewhat spicy.
Spicy. You gotta be Spanish cedar.
That's it. Spanish cedar. Here's the problem. Their kitchen used to have an exterior window. And one of the things we're doing, though, is we're going to use the window hole for shelves.
Okay.
So now, when you're looking at it from the den, there's a brick wall that has a flush panel of plywood.
And that's it.
That's it. It's sort of a mid-century house, so let's build a somewhat mid-mod panel that covers the hole. So you got a panel that runs floor to ceiling, there's strips that are spaced out.
Kind of a geometric pattern kind of thing?
Kind of a geometric pattern.
I'll tell you something. I mean, I may not be a Picasso, but that looks like a pretty fancy piece of art.
You know what you are?
What?
A Pajasho. So Josh and I are going to create a masterpiece. You see these wood features on walls a lot in like modern houses, apartments. They also like used to be a big deal in like the 60s, and they would have like a slatted wall or something. That's what we have in mind here. Why are you leaving them so long?
Cut them at the end.
Oh, you're gonna just cut off.
Yeah, I didn't have to figure out the length of each one.
We use walnut and Spanish cedar and attach them to it. Once it's all sealed out, it'll look great.
I'm gonna tell you something. We didn't go to art school like Aaron, but
we're artists.
That's art. Man.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna go cut some more pieces.
We lost some pretty valuable scale up and garden planting time when we lost that first house. So I feel like now we need to get those garden beds going as soon as possible.
They're all gonna be about 2 feet high, and then we'll fill that up with dirt, pea gravel around it. This is going to be beautiful.
Raised bed number 1?
Yeah, but we're realizing something. Tell her, Deshaun.
Well, this is the smallest one. It's gonna be an ordeal taking it over there.
One of them's 14 feet. We're gonna build all the rest of them over there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there it is.
Dang, I see Chris put on his winter pants today.
Yeah. He's also got on long sleeves.
The longest ones I like wearing.
Y'all need help toting it?
Yes. Do you want to grab it? Deshaun, how are you going to get out of this?
We're gonna have to sink it down and I'll hop over.
This is a good shoulder. Oh my God.
He's heavier than Helen, huh?
He's just doing dead weight. That's super.
Come on.
He was just going. Dead weight. Oh gosh. Who's driving this buggy?
This is heavy.
It can't be any heavier than Deshaun.
Yeah, y'all need to build the other ones over here for sure.
The paint in the living room, you paint the paneling, changes everything.
Neutralizing all the darkness and the wood tones in the room kind of directs all your attention out of those awesome back windows into the backyard.
Look at this.
Wow, that's really nice.
Isn't it? You know, it needs some shelves, like, you know, workbenches in there and stuff, but pretty cool.
It's so cool.
start with a blank canvas, and we've got to start from the blank canvas.
Today, I'm so excited that I get to sit down with Ms. Reed Dykett, which is Tally's mom, who was an art professor at William Carey College for 31 years. Mike and Tally have been clear about what they dream of you painting for them.
All right.
They've wanted a painting of Machu Picchu for how long?
A very long time.
Mike is of Peruvian descent, and Machu Picchu is just one of those iconic landmarks of Peru. His mother has great memories and stories of the area, but Mike hasn't been there before.
This is what I'm gonna start with. This is a green that's gonna complement what you've already picked out for the house.
Chili pepper green.
Chili pepper green.
Her painting is very much Cezanne-like and colorful, so saturated with color, which is what they really love.
Now this is pretty rough. If somebody looks at this and they say, how could that ever end up as a painting?
I believe. I know it will.
But it will.
Probably in a week or so, this will be ready to pick up. It's gonna be such a great surprise. When Mike and Tally see it, they'll be so thrilled. Tally and Mike's business is blowing up. People are loving their sauces and hot sauces, and they can't make enough. They gotta have a bigger kitchen. And it's becoming pretty pressing. Look at the kitchen. The natural wood is so beautiful. The countertops look awesome. Solid surface for the backsplash was key. It's non-porous, so germs don't get in, and it's really easy to clean.
That's right. I mean, this was really our last piece of the puzzle that we need to meet health code compliance for a cottage kitchen.
I can barely remember that the kitchen didn't take up this whole space.
I know.
But it's also so nice.
It just looks very luxury.
It does.
We're going with a more modern look here. Mike and Tally do like that mid-century design style where cabinets are natural wood colors. So we're gonna have a lot of warmth in there, but then we're gonna play up the modernness with a two-tone color palette. You'll see it'll make sense later. Talking about it sounds crazy, but you're gonna love it.
I mean, the garden, it's like there.
The pergola is going in. In the greenhouse, we're building shelving.
All the way around. It'll be like a U-shaped
workstation.
Workstation, yeah, for setting pots on. When Tally and Mike come home, we want this to be ready to go. So a turnkey business.
All right, ready? Girl power, we got it. If you plant a cherry tomato, it will climb all the way to there.
Way.
Seriously.
So cool. Emily Grahofsky does foodscaping, which is a very specific genre of gardening where she makes beautiful beds that are food.
Have you ever heard the term thriller, spiller, filler?
Yeah, we do it all the time
on
with
your
window
pot.
boxes.
So I do that in my beds. So my thrillers are my tomatoes and my peppers. In my case, in the winter, my Brussels sprouts. So I tend to kind of lay those out first, and I put them about 2 feet apart because I know they're gonna get really big. My fillers are all my pretty flowers. And then my spillers are my oregano, that really delicious smelling thyme, tarragon. And so I'm thinking, this is a front yard garden. You put it in the edge, and then by the end of summer, you would not believe, you'll have like $200 worth of oregano.
Wow.
Just overflowing. We can pop that right in.
We're planting winter herbs and some flowers because in the late spring, those flowers are gonna bring the bees, and we need the bees to pollinate our tomatoes and peppers when it's time. Cilantro is the most important thing we can plant this time of year for them because they're gonna use that in every single recipe for their business. I know that Mike and Tally are gonna come in when they live here and they're gonna plant the way they know it needs to be done, but we gotta give them something to start from. It's raining.
All right, so for this urban garden for Laurel Urban Farms, we are pulling out all the stops. So we brought in Hunter to help us. We brought in Emily Grahofsky, and today I'm bringing in Josh and Brad Grahofsky, Emily's husband. This garden is gonna feel very European. I wanna have like benches and like sculptural things, which is where Brad comes in.
That's right.
Brad will tell you he does not have a green thumb. He's not the farming consultant, but he has started building things for gardens. So benches, arbors, obelisks,
So an obelisk is a structure like the Washington Monument. What we like about an obelisk and structures that go up is you're maximizing the amount of space that you can use in your garden. And you have specific vining vegetables.
Oh, like tomatoes.
Like cherry tomatoes. Because what happens if you don't is it goes out into your bed and covers all of that. Cool.
Yeah. So you're going to show us your obelisks. Obelisks?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
We, Josh, you and I are going to build benches.
Okay.
But I want to do concrete ends and actually pour our concrete.
Yeah.
So have like shapes kind of like this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. We have a template. We're going to cut out layers and layers and layers of press board. We're going to stack them up, pour concrete in it. You got it, Josh?
Always end up with the heavy work.
You know, I'm the smallest guy.
The boards that I'm putting in there, those are reliefs so that when it's all said and done, we'll knock those out, and that's where the slats will live. They'll slide in.
Raise the obelisk.
Come over and help y'all.
You can't go all
It's
the
like
way.
a Lego piece where you need 8 hands. All right.
There we go.
There we go.
I like it. So what do y'all do on top?
Usually we add just it's called a finial.
Yeah.
Is the topper on an obelisk.
I love it. This one's off to a great start.
Good.
We just got to build another one.
Mike and Tally have just made do in her dad's office for too long now. So I feel like now we're giving them a lot more room to live and grow their business. This is the first time we didn't really worry too much about the outside of a house. We worried about the yard and making the coolest garden ever. Feels like you're in a little tiny city park. It's so cool.
It ain't going nowhere.
That ain't going on.
I like it. That was good.
This was not the house that we had planned to do originally, and I don't think you can tell. And so I hope that this house is about to be the beginning of a very happy season in their life.
Brought in some irrigation for the Scully garden.
Oh my God.
Sublime.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh my God.
I mean, this is exactly what we were envisioning.
It is absolutely beautiful.
It's everything we thought it would be.
Yay!
But more.
Well, here's the great news. You've got this wonderful garden, but it is an expandable plan. So you can replicate this exact plan several times.
Oh my gosh.
So good. I feel like just busting free of this
you wanna
formation.
go?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Come on.
Enjoy.
It's so fantastic. Cabbages and the pansies and the violas.
We worked with our friend Emily, who does garden foodscapes.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Emily.
she helped us get things planted that are seasonal for right now.
And this bench?
You like it?
That's
You like
phenomenal.
that?
Ooh, that is, I've never seen anything like this.
I built this.
No.
Well, Josh helped me.
I didn't know you did concrete.
And I want to see these. These are unique also.
The obelisks.
Yes.
Emily's husband, Brad, came to my shop. We helped him build those. My lumber supplier said that this Spanish cedar came from Peru.
No.
No, he didn't say that.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't that be good?
It looks fantastic. I thank you guys. This is really good. It's really good. It's really, really good.
Really, really good.
Before it storms again, do you want to see your
Let's go.
greenhouse?
Yeah, let's do
Definitely.
it. But I'm gonna come back and sleep here. I hope that's okay. Our babies have a home.
It looks like a little raindrop sitting in your yard.
I love
Whoa.
all the benches and the potting tables.
Oh, this is perfect.
These are fantastic, you guys.
What about your mom? Is she going to want anything in here?
I think I might give her this little area. Could be
You
her.
could give her a tiny little spot. Speaking of your mom, she sent you a little gift too.
Are you kidding?
Not kidding.
Look how light and bright it is in here. I'm scared to go around the corner, but I'm so ready to. Let's go.
Don't be scared.
Oh my God. You
Whoa.
guys, this is superb.
That is amazing.
That's my mom.
Your mom
That is
painted that for
gorgeous.
y'all.
That is gorgeous.
I love her brush strokes. I love the
Wow.
colors.
Floored.
I mean, y'all get me, but Mom really gets me
Oh, yeah.
so much.
Yes.
Amazing.
Here we go.
You gotta see this.
Wow. I love the kind of steely blue. I love the wood piece over here. Oh my gosh,
I didn't even
yes.
see that. Oh my
It's
God.
like an art installation, very mod.
I built that in the shop.
Whoa.
And this was my way of disguising the hole.
And it feels mid-century like the house.
It's extraordinary.
You definitely nailed it.
Yes, love the bar, the tile. I mean,
It's a little bit glamorous.
It's glam.
Actually,
It's super glam.
very glamorous.
This house is built for entertaining. And now I'm dying for you to see this kitchen that
Oh
to
my
me just feels like the happiest kitchen I've ever been in. It feels like you as a kitchen.
Me as a kitchen?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It must be spicy. So
Gorgeous.
cool. I wasn't expecting it to start right here. I don't even know. I remember a wall.
Whoa.
It's 9 feet of love.
It's a huge work
Whoa.
surface, right?
Yes.
And the countertops are fantastic.
They're perfect.
And I love the color at the back,
Yeah.
the backstop. So modern and so clean and unfussy, and
It
unpretentious.
should feel like home, even if you do have to operate your business out of here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
this
this gives
gives
so
us
much room for that.
Yes, this will do.
It'll work?
This will do.
It'll definitely work.
This is a chef's kitchen.
And because you needed a chef's kitchen,
Yes.
you also have a warming drawer.
Wow.
Y'all fancy.
Oh.
Guys,
That's amazing.
And it's so streamlined.
The minimalist hood vent
Yeah.
is a real moment for me
Oh my God.
Whoa.
that I love.
I didn't even see it, but
That
this
is so cool.
It's a modern take on a mid-century style. There was a lot of very dark
Yeah.
wood in the
Yeah.
kitchens
Yep.
back then. We have natural wood, but we keep it light. That's the modern version of it.
Y'all nailed it.
Definitely
You nailed
nailed
it.
it.
And it's
Nailed
also
it.
kind of unbelievable that before the kitchen just ended here.
Yes,
that
it
was
is.
the whole kitchen.
It feels like it's always supposed to have been this way.
Yeah. I feel like we have been a little bit nervous about how you'd feel about things since this was your third choice.
I do feel like this is the right house for us.
I don't even remember the other choices.
Right, rest their souls. They're gone. We ended up looking at the ACOC house. You got it for $285,000. The renovation, including the gardens and the greenhouse, were $115,000. So all in, 400 grand.
I
We're so happy.
am so happy.
You can put down your roots for good and for real
Absolutely.
now.
This is a garden we dreamed about.
Gives us such a leg up in our operation. This house was always meant to be our house.